can hear me, and they can hear you.
It's a boy.
Oh my god, it's a boy. Where's that button? Where's that button? Hold on. Hold on. Ow. No! I was gonna say it's a boy. Right, wrong one. Oh no. Oh no, don't do that to the poor baby boy. Hello, get him. He says he hears nothing. What?
Oh.
No, everything should be. Not unless they can't hear the Not unless they can't hear the Discord sounds. So let me double check.
Hold on.
Uh-huh. Okay. No, you guys should be able to hear us, and I can.
Yeah.
I can see the meter.
Yeah, I heard everything.
Okay, maybe Matthias is trolling then. He could be just trolling. You got us. But welcome to episode 194 of the HAC Show. Just 6 more to the big 200. Oh, thank you for that clarification, Matthias. Thank you. And for today, we have a few topics that Jack and I will be discussing. But before we get to that, which will involve the recent PlayStation news, I want to gab a little bit about a big release that's coming out tomorrow, the digital version of Marvel vs. Capcom Classic Collection, which I will definitely get, and I need to pre-order the physical version. I was just telling Jack before we started. But for all of that, I got another cool thing to show off. So Jack, I'm gonna move our images to make way, because last night I received a package that came in sooner than I anticipated. And Jack, I want you to ask. Think of it as kind of like a test to see how well you know me. Jack,
right.
What would you say is one of my favorite game series of all time?
It's gotta be that Call of Duty.
Yes. Call of Duty. You can't stop me from talking about Call of Duty. You know, I was right there when Modern Warfare 3 dropped on 360. Yeah, I was right there. Definitely not playing on my Nintendo Wii. Definitely not that.
No, you got the Wii version.
Fun fact: my limited experience with Call of Duty are all on the Wii.
I remember playing COD on the Wii, and there was one level I got stuck on, and because of the damn motion controls.
I adopted the motion controls, mostly thanks to a little Wii game called The Conduit. So I adapted to the jank. But no, like actually, before I do, I want to make sure that
Would it be No More Heroes or
no, but it is a Japanese series that has its own dedicated fans. And also for a just to be clear, the Marvel's Capcom Fighting Collection is coming out tomorrow. The digital version. So if you have a PS4, Switch, or PC, you'll be able to download that game. Xbox One version coming soon. Anyways, to answer my own question, I got something that's related to the Bayonetta series.
Oh.
And also hello Johnny. And
hey Johnny.
I have said the gamer word, just not live. And with the soft A. The answer is obviously One Chambara.
No, you can't stop him from saying with the hard R.
You can't stop me. You can't stop me. Anyways, Yeah, I'm gonna send you a photo, Jack, and like where the audience will see as to what I have that relates to Bayonetta. And let's see, I'm gonna share with you in our sources, Jack. So here you
Mm-hmm.
go, so you can take a look. And for the audience, here it is. I have in my hands right now a full vinyl set of the Bayonetta soundtrack on vinyl.
Ooh.
I paid a pretty penny to get this damn thing. And it was a pretty penny because this was imported, Jack, from France.
Huh. Damn.
Yep. And it's and it's from a specific retailer. So this wasn't just something you can get. You had to go through the specific retailer. Did I sold a kidney? No, no, no. No. It didn't. Okay, it didn't cost that astronomical. It's just more. It's one of those. Damn, I gotta set aside a few bucks after these after these paychecks. This is basically that. Mostly was the shipping, because obviously it's being imported from another country across the Atlantic, so the shipping made it a lot more expensive than its base price. But it arrived last night. The Bayonetta original soundtrack on vinyl, which and the picture can't show, but it's actually a pretty thick. Yeah, yeah. It's actually a pretty thick set, almost like a small box, and it holds four vinyl records of the entire soundtrack of the first game, and I can't wait to crack it open. Hopefully this weekend, because I have noticed, Jack, that when
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to seriously draw, like seriously draw, no distractions, and I'm right there sitting on my gamer chair trademark. I don't own a gamer chair. I own something that's a little bit better. But look, for all intents and purposes, let's say I'm on a gamer chair on my computer desk, quote unquote. When I'm serious and I got my little sketchboard up, I like to put some music on, but I just don't. But I have now trained myself. This is gonna sound so uppity. If I'm gonna play some music, I can't just like put on Spotify or YouTube, or even put on a CD. No. If I'm gonna focus and draw, I gotta put in a record.
Ooh, fancy.
I gotta put in I gotta lift that tab. I gotta carefully put it in. I gotta put on the correct speed settings, and then put that needle on the vinyl and just let it rip, let it play. Pray to God there's no scratches, and just listen to the music as I'm drawing. So I'm going to try to make time this weekend, because because as well, Jack, I am also getting so close to finally nailing drawing Nozomi from Shenmue. Um,
Ooh, nice.
yes, and because of that, I think I'm going to actually uh that is also clearly disco stew.
Disco stew
You
in
know
the
what?
build.
With the Bayonetta soundtrack, I mean, if you know the soundtrack to that game, it's
Man just draws one line and then goes into full on like Bayonetta poses, draws another. At the end of it, that he has like a beautiful portrait of Bayonetta.
it's like, this isn't Nozomi at all. I would love to draw Bayonetta, but I'm scared. I'm scared.
Just a garbage can full of perfectly drawn Bayonettas.
It's like, no, I didn't get the hair right. This is rubbish. It's like her weird arm waves. Serious, I respect any artist who can draw her accurately, because she has so many intricate details on her outfit, and especially in the later games where they even do more intricate. Whereas, like, god dang, It's like no wonder she doesn't have a lot of fan art because you gotta actually spend a lot of time just to draw her for fan art, not unless you want to be simplify it. Thigh's local man with mad drawing Bayonetta. Ghetto says, I understand it's sacrilege to mess up a Bayonetta drawing. Exactly, sacrilege. Anyways, I just want to share that I get to find the perfect niche of video game OSTs and record collecting. Truly, this is a product made for people like me. Oh man, that is very niche. Jack, would you would you go? You know what, Jack? Not in terms of music, but is there a series that you love dear enough that you will get this expensive either trinkets or just collectible stuff just to have it because you love that series so much?
For me, really, it's like I really, really, really enjoy the Persona 5 music. It's just the music itself is really, really good. I wish I could have like a vinyl of that.
That actually would
and like an actual record player of it.
That would be a good soundtrack to put on vinyl. I'm surprised that's not a thing. It literally fits perfectly. Johnny says just draw her naked. How'd you not think of that? Well, I haven't drawn her at all. I was just kind of joking. But if I did, actually, that probably would be the first step to do, because since Bayonetta's outfit is basically skin tight, you would have to draw her body in the nude. The hard part is actually drawing the actual outfit. That's the actual difficulty. And you know what, Johnny? You got the better artist eyes. Maybe she is not so daunting if you just stick to the basics of her outfit. If you stick to a specific pose. But I guess for me, if I want to go all out, if I ever draw Bayonetta one day, it's gonna be something like it will take me weeks to do because I want to get it just right. I mean, heck, I couldn't even get Trish right. If I can't get Trish right, how can I get Bayonetta right? And Trish is a lot more simpler to draw than Bayonetta. Anyways, hopefully this weekend I'll whip out my bigger sketch pad that gives me a lot more room than the small one that I use to practice, and I can do a proper portrait sketch of Nozomi, and I can finally move on to the other Shenmue ladies.
Oh,
all right, and so let me take Bayo away. She's hogged the highlight just enough.
No, we need more. We need more butt. Damn.
Too bad. If you want more butt, play your game. Even though you won't get to look at it that much. All right. All right. Now, our first topic of today. I want to do. You put her back 9. 9. If you want more Bayonetta, then you self promotion. Oh yuck! You can watch my Bayonetta Let's Play series.
Damn.
Or if you actually want to, or if you don't want to hear my voice as the game plays, buy the damn game yourself. It's not that expensive anymore, or that rare, and you're not stuck with the terrible PS3 version. Anyways, let's do some light roasting. There has been some recent developments in regards to Sony, as they have excuse me, as they have announced the price and all the details for the inevitable PlayStation 5 Pro. And now Jack hasn't heard too much other than that it's been announced, so we're gonna go ahead into a lot more detail of what the heck why the heck people are making fun of it, besides it being a Sony product. So off the bat, the thing people are going to mention first is the price. Jack, do you know how much Sony is charging for the PlayStation 5 Pro.
Wasn't it like $1,100?
No, but it might as well be. So here's the thing, and I'm reading this off the official PlayStation blog that released today. So the Pro itself will be releasing for $699.99 US. So including tax, you're looking at a $700+ gaming console. But not only that, Jack. Not only that. The PS5 is a fully only digital system with a 2 terabyte. I believe it's 2 terabyte solid state drive, so SSD. And if you want to play disc games, you have to separately buy the disc attachment to the PS5 Pro if you want to play physical games. So it's a pure digital game system with for a game console, a good size of memory. But if you actually want to play your physical PS5 games, you have to separately buy a PS5 disc drive.
Yeah, that's what I heard about the separate disc drive.
Yep. And here, I'll share you the blog so you can take a look at any details and see if you want to comment on any of its specs, which I'm sure they're fine. Apparently, they're using some sort of AI technology for the machine as to what this AI technology would do. Apparently, it's going to upscale all your PS5 games, and I quote from the blog. Actually, I think I can actually show it here. So there we go. Just showing off here. We are introducing PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, an AI-driven upscaling that uses a machine learning-based technology to provide super sharp image clarity by adding an extraordinary amount of detail. You hear that, Jack? Your games are gonna surpass 4K through the power of AI.
How fun!
I know, isn't that worth the $700?
No, and you know, there's gonna be some person out there that's gonna be like looking at their PS5, and it's just like that same Andy from Toy Story thing. I don't want you anymore, and like buys this one.
You know, because Sony has the most dedicated of fans. The ponies, I've heard them called. But only
Is that what they're called?
I believe that's the derogatory term. The ponies.
Damn.
And but not just that. AI just won't make your games look even nicer than they already are, Jack. You can get even more advanced ray tracing. So now the light in your games will look even better. Yeah. Better lighting engines. Yeah. Aren't you excited for lighting?
I mean, at this point, really, the ray tracing thing is just like a thing everyone tacks on. Like, hell, back when the 3080s were first announced, Minecraft said that they added ray tracing.
But Jack, their ray tracing provides more dynamic reflection and refraction of light.
I doubt it.
But lastly, one of the other upgrades is an upgraded GPU.
I swear, most of these things, I doubt they have like a section of their department in the Sony building purely on recreating new GPUs that can rival NVIDIA or AMD. I'm pretty sure they're just like, all right, AMD and NVIDIA just released their new cards. Someone buy them and see if they can stick it inside our PlayStations. All right, you can't. Good.
Exactly, and with
charge the players $300 more.
And with the upgraded GPU with PS5 Pro, we are upgrading to a GPU that is 67% more compute units than the current PS5 console and 28% faster memory. So you know those already quick loading times the PS5 already has. Well, we're gonna make them even faster. In fact, loading times aren't even gonna be a thing, but somehow we'll still get texture pop in. Don't question that. Overall, this enables up to 45% faster rendering for gameplay, making the experience much smoother. And I believe Matthias in the chat said it best. For the price you get to get a PS5 and a disc drive, if you still want to have physical media, you might as well just build a brand new PC at that price.
Pretty much.
Or get a decently made pre-made one. So, and yeah, so that is. I'm sure there's a lot more that we're overlooking, but that is the key points of the PS5, Jack. Surely this will be the console to make you spend money on console gaming, right? Are you excited to play some Astrobot?
I swear, like at this point, when it comes to gaming, the lines have been blurred so much that there is really no point for me to change to a console unless if it's Nintendo stuff. Because like Sony products are coming into the Steam eventually.
Exactly.
Same thing with the Xbox. Well, Xbox has already integrated it completely
Exactly.
with their so like there is really no reason for me to buy a console other than the Switch, because of course Nintendo products, they want to kind of stay to themselves, which hey, they go with a different type of marketing where it's instead of just like an average gamer, they go for the family. And there's a lot of family games that I do enjoy.
Well,
and want to play them here.
Well, not just that. They also are willing to make games that's not just a Mario or a Zelda.
That, and also just like it's just more interesting to see. Like, okay, lately I've always had this like weird feeling about most of these most modern games where it's just like I'm tired of seeing realism. I'm tired of always seeing realism. Give me something artistic. Nintendo does it. I'm pretty sure a good chunk of people. Well, it's because of a small reason is because of the Switch's hardware, but a big reason is that most of the companies they do want to have a artistic difference.
And luckily that sentiment is shared at least with a lot of people I've seen on X who have been roasting the announcement of the PS5 Pro. And also, I would love that after this announcement, Nintendo can do the big boss move. And hopefully they do this because this is the best marketing strategy ever. After this announcement, Nintendo announces the Switch 2. And not only will it be more powerful, comparably than the original Switch, but it'll also be cheaper than the PS5 Pro.
Damn right.
I'm hoping that they do that just to stick it to Sony, and they'll be stupid if they don't do this. But if they have the backwards compatibility, that
sells it.
Like the only other thing on the market in terms of video games that can compete with the Switch's library of games is literally the PC. Because like Nintendo has so many games, both from big studios, small studios, and everything in between, that it is kind of ridiculous at points.
Yeah.
Like, in many ways, the Switch is kind of the Switch is kind of the modern day PS2, because in those days, in the GameCube, PS2, and Xbox days, the PS2 was the king of the consoles, and practically everyone wanted to make a game for the PS2, which is why if you ever go shop for old games, you're gonna see a lot of PS2 shovelware. The only other console that competes with it is the Nintendo Wii, which was also had that high success. Although unfortunately, unlike the PS2, the Wii couldn't hold that longevity in the long run. So it had like a so, but it made its money in those first few years, and Nintendo was like, "All right, now let's just actually make games that people want to play instead of just, hey, you want another Wii Sports? Want another Wii Play? Want another Wii Fit?"
And like no, I noticed this whole thing, especially when it came to well, one Concord.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah.
I only don't mention it because it's been covered to death, and honestly, I was this is for a game that was actually like announced like a year ago and apparently was in development for such a long time. And and plus it being a genre of game that I'm not interested in, I'm kind of yeah, the story itself I have no interest in, but still,
Well,
it is quite a what's the word I'm looking for? It is quite the cautionary tale of what happens when you put all your eggs in one basket.
like here's the thing. It at least when it came to Concord, people, at least if people don't know, it's yes, there was some talks about the of like some political views in there, but the main reason, and I always say this, the main reason why it failed was because of the poor marketing. Uh it was the marketing was so poor that barely anyone knew the game was in development or when the game came out. Barely anyone knew that the game came out. The character, the way the characters look, they're kind of trash.
And
Not like, and I'm saying it. No, I'm saying it very harshly, but like,
now speak your
it's
truth,
just.
brother. Speak your truth, brother.
But like the thing is that the looking at the character designs, they don't feel that memorable, and kind of like how some people say it kind of looks like a Timu Guardians of the Galaxy or like a bootleg Guardians of the Galaxy.
You know what's funny?
And uh-huh.
I'll be quick. It was funny when I first saw those designs. I literally could not tell what they were going for. I was like, "What is this? Is this
And that's the
space?
thing.
Like, what am I like? What am I looking at? What am I looking at here? I'm looking at a thing that exists."
Like that's the thing that it's the designs are messy. The the coloring of those designs are so messy because they're so flat you can barely tell which one's which in the sense of like individuality. And on top of it, they added like this semi realism thing to it where it's like I don't know what engine it's using, but I'm like can't we just like can
Probably
we stop with having everything be realistic looking,
no,
please?
no. We gotta. In fact, Jack. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna commission a very inexpensive artist to make a detailed face of yourself so that I can see your model in 4K. I'm gonna see all those blemishes and dimples on your Lalafell.
Like I'm just tired. I'm tired of like yes, I'm not gonna say that Unreal Engine does not look cool. Unreal Engine 5 looks amazing. I'm
There's
just tired of every single game coming out being like published by this, directed by this, Unreal Engine 5.
you know what it is? It's the what is it? It's all those people who would always remake a Mario or Zelda game in Unreal Engine, except they actually got jobs in the game industry.
For real, it's just like okay, it looks cool, but I don't really want it. Give me like imagine what would have happened if they announced Dragon Ball Sparking Zero with Unreal Engine 5. Like just like not even stylized, just Unreal Engine.
I mean, to be fair, Dragon Ball Fighters was made in Unreal Engine.
Yeah, but I said not stylized.
Yeah, but that's still using the engine. But I understand what you mean. I do understand what you mean. It's less so the engine because uh Giant Fire was a poor choice because the what's their names, Arc System Works. They actually found a way to literally reverse engineer the Unreal Engine all the way back when they made Guilty Gear Xrd, so that their fighting games look the way they are. So poor choice example, but I understand what you're saying. It's more so like, I think what game series really, really popularized the idea of making things so realistic out of the Unreal Engine. I
Which one?
I think it's the Batman Arkham series.
Probably, yeah.
Like, especially when you look at the progression from Arkham Asylum to City, and then to Night, especially with Night, like the fact that that game is like wet literally 99% of the time, and trying to render wetness and water on skin or on fabric or on metal is hard and time consuming. It's because of that generation, the PS4 generation, and with games like Phantom Pain, Last of Us, uh, definitely Death Stranding. They they put so much effort into making such visually good looking games, and because excluding Death Stranding, they all were really big successes. That I think what it is that people who play games regularly, like you and I and the people in this chat, you know, let's not pretend that we are not the normal gaming consumer. We all have our
Mhm.
niche of games that we enjoy, and occasionally, if there's interest, we dabble into the big AAA game here and there. Those games that look good, that is made purely for the people who play COD or 2K game every year, and they need that one other game that looks nice. And unfortunately, though, because of how expensive everything is going, that strategy is not working out. It worked back in the 360 and early PS4 days, but nowadays, you can only look good so much until it's like how like it's diminishing returns. Like, yeah, you look this good, but the game's boring, as Concord has shown. Because that Concord was supposed to be a game meant for people who play your Maddens or your 2Ks or your CODs, and they didn't even bite it.
Like,
Ghetto says, you're
hmm?
telling me the average person ain't playing Honey Select 2? I scoff at this statement.
But like it's just and I hate to use this as an example, but it's kind of one of my examples. My brother, he will look at visuals first and then like be like, "Oh my god, this looks amazing." Of course, that's what he said. Like, and don't get me wrong, because I played it. Black Myth Wukong. He's like, "Oh my god, this is amazing. It looks great." And yeah, it looks stunning. But I do genuinely enjoy the actual
Gameplay.
game itself. The gameplay was pretty good. And then he's like, "Oh my god, I'm loving this game." And I look back and he's playing First Descendant. I'm like, "Okay, why?" Like because like these characters they look so good. It looks real and like okay. I mean,
Hey, I'm just saying, that's the audience that Sony and Microsoft wanted to get.
and like here's the thing, like I'm not gonna bash on First Descendant. Not that much. Not that much. Just enough, but not that much. Because like the gameplay is okay. I have beef with people that play Warframe and then they claim that this game has better movement. I'm talking about one dude that literally this what I forgot his name. I forgot his name. But this one dude, I watched the video, and while I was watching this video, he was saying like how the movement in First Descendant is so amazing that you can like he made it. He was like really hammering it on as if like this was amazing. Like you can go and like grapple onto a wall, then run up to someone and then do this and that. He made it sound so fantastical. And then he says to Warframe. But yeah, and then like I play Warframe a lot, and like the thing is like really the only valid piece of movement you do in Warframe is just like slide, jump, slide, bullet jump, slide, bullet jump. I'm like, okay. But you literally ignored everything else about the movement in Warframe. And those grapples that the freaking grapples in First Descendant don't compare because the closest they can go is like from where I live to the next house over, which is not that far. It's like 10 meters.
Beautiful.
I went on a tangent on that guy. But anyways, what I'm saying is First Descendant's okay. It's not that great though. Just because it has good graphics, it
How can you say something so bold, yet so daring?
you know it's funny because like I think I need to show you the video. It's basically Skeletor, and then he's like yelling at He-Man. It's like He-Man, He-Man, they fucked it up. He-Man, they fucked it up. It's like, what do you mean, Skeletor? Bungie fucked it up. And he's talking about how the CEO of Bungie. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna look it up.
Why are you looking at Johnny asks, why don't these still just go make movies? Because that's the brilliant thing. That's the brilliant thing. Especially when it comes to writing. A lot of people, and it's especially true for comics, and this could be same for games. A lot of people who end up writing for games tend to be failed Hollywood screenwriters, and they change industry because, well, my TV pitch didn't work. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and write for games because it's I need money and it's easy to do. Sometimes they can work. Most of the time, it doesn't. So they can't even so they won't even able to do movies right. For the most part, it's very rare, or at least no, I'm not gonna say rare, uncommon for a game to have a really like intricate and very well told story. It definitely has happened plenty over the years, but it's very uncommon. Johnny says, so that's why Jason Aaron is fucking our deal up. Johnny, oh my gosh. You know what? Well, Jack got his tangent. Let me go with mine. All right, I'll be quick. There's so many comic stories that I hear the premise and I'm going, that sounds fun. I want to read that. And then I see Jason Aaron's name and I go, well, there goes all my excitement. I ain't reading this. even for things that I'm sure he won't mess up. Jack, like a few months ago, Marvel is like releasing new Uncle Scrooge comics, and a surprising thing about comic history is that a lot of Disney characters, especially overseas, surprisingly, have a lot of comics about them. And I actually read like some old school Uncle Scrooge comics, and those were actually pretty fun. And then I look at this new series. I'm like, oh, okay, I want to read it. And then guess who I see writing it? It's Jason Aaron. And I'm like, damn it. Oh, why? I can't have this one thing. I just want to read about an anthropomorphic duck that's not Howard, and his greedy misadventures. And now in the back of my head, I'm gonna be like, all right, so when's the part where the retcon shows up, or they change how his character is, or he does something out of character? Ugh, it just makes you not want to read Jason Aaron stuff. It really doesn't, and it's a shame because he's sometimes attached to cool projects that have interesting ideas. Gettle says Image and Dark Horse are filled with obvious pitches that failed. You are absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. Johnny says, did not mean to cause all this. I'm glad you got it all out of your chest. Yeah, you know what? This is Yeah, this is the therapy episode, and by therapy I mean us ranting about nerdy subjects that don't matter.
I sent you the video. It's only like I think it's 6 minutes.
6 minutes, eh? You wanna
Or technically 5 minutes and 32 seconds, but
you wanna
I round it up.
all right then. We'll watch in a little bit since you share with us, because I want to be more positive. Because as I've said before, tomorrow is the release of Marvel vs. Capcom Classic Collection, and I am excited. And I will be getting the game because thankfully I get paid this week, which means that not only I will be able to get the game, but ooh, I have a question for the audience. What would you prefer to see me? I would love to stream the game. Would Friday or Saturday be good for the audience? I'm trying to decide because this Friday is Friday the 13th, and I want to watch me some spooky Friday the 13th movies. I finished parts 1 through 4 this year. I'm gonna watch part 5, the one where they bring him back from the dead after he died in the last movie. Like, I kid you not, Jack. Part 4. If you don't recall, part 4 is called The Final Chapter. Then part 5, the year later, part 5 comes out, A New Beginning. Oh man. So I want to do that. Oh, oh Johnny. What's the word I'm looking for? Pessimist yet optimistic answer. You know, I guess maybe I think Saturday will be no, but I want to draw this Saturday. Wait, but I'm not gonna be drawing all day, or maybe I will. I'm gonna be a recluse and just draw cute girls in my room all day, like a true artist.
How misogynistic!
I know.
Glaring at them women like that. Damn.
Yeah. I'm. Yeah, that's a sick of your mind. All right, Saturday.
Glaring at them.
All right, Saturday. It will be Saturday. Actually, Saturday will be a better time because at least I had the whole day to do other things. Well, Friday, work and all that. So Saturday, I'll stream the game Saturday. This ghetto showing his ghetto-ness to me. Well, actually, that reminds me, Jack. Do you have? Let's see if it's your similar memories. Do you have any memories of playing any of the Marvel vs. Capcom games from the past?
Yes, it's specifically 2.
And what do you recall from MVC2?
I was playing as Spider. Albeit, of course, this is me not really understanding fighting games. I was playing Spider-Man.
Good.
I had Spider-Man, Venom, and I think Wolverine.
That's a solid team, solid mid-tier team.
Well, here's the funny thing is, it doesn't matter about tiers. I didn't know how to fight, and my brother did not pull any of his punches, so I just kept spamming the freaking the move you do, basically the switching characters. It will just attack from across the screen.
Oh yes, yeah, I know that move.
So I just kept spamming that.
He won't see it coming.
Of course, the best thing, the theme itself.
Let's see. I'll try to remember what song in particular, because my Marvel. So this will be funny to say. The majority of my Marvel vs. Capcom 2 experience comes from, and I kid you not, ladies and gentlemen, the most experience I have for that game comes from the iOS version.
Damn.
Yes, and I remember, and I distinctly remember this was during high school, and I got I don't know, iPhone 4 or 5, that generation of iPhone, and at one point, this could be my iPhone, this could be my iPod Touch, I don't remember. But at one point, I was able to jailbreak the damn thing. And I got Marvel vs. Capcom 2 without paying for it.
Oh,
It was
and
years.
this is the man that ended up like not debating. He ended up like getting on me for pirating stuff.
Oh, this was years ago, so the
Yeah.
statute of limitations have passed.
Oh, at that time. So by the time you did that to high school, okay, I see.
I mean, we were all pirating stuff. How do you think we watch? How do you think we all watch most of the manga or anime we read? Not on TV. I'll tell you what. Everyone had their
Yep.
everyone had their websites. Each of you had a website. I know all of you. Manga Panda, by the way. Anyways, so most of my experience was on the iOS version, and I mostly stuck to a team of Captain America, Strider Hiryu, and I think also Spider-Man. And what I would just do is I wouldn't even play this like at home. From my memories, I would really play this game during band class.
Amazing.
Keep in mind, this was past the marching season, so that was after the marching season. That was when, like, all right, I can kind of take it easy because, even though if I put in the effort, I could have been in the higher band classes. I was put basically in a mid tier band, which is good for me, because that means I didn't have to really practice on music because I could just nail it on the first try. Which is not really a bragging, because well, not simple, but it's accessible high school band music, so it's nothing really to be like impressed by. But yeah, I will play it and just secretly, as the saxophone's hanging from my neck, just play the arcade mode, unlock characters, because the iOS version was based on the Dreamcast version, in which you fight to earn money and use that money to buy characters from the shop. And I will make it all the way to Abyss, who was the final boss of MVC2. So that was the majority of my experience. Yeah, Alexi, Ghetto shares. I've not been without MVC2 in the past decade. Had it on PS2, bought again a PS3, and he's emulated it since the PS4. And now you're finally gonna own an official copy. So if you choose to desire, you can now play the official release. Johnny says, "Now back in the day, I'll be uploading subtitles to YouTube and half screen within an hour of the Japanese release of the episode." Funny enough, I actually didn't do that. So so even though I grew up around that generation of how people watch anime, I didn't watch anime that way. I watched what was whatever on TV, and then from there, when my family got Netflix, back when you could rent DVDs from them, that's how I actually started to watch the anime. I would rent like certain discs of certain anime series. So I remember watching the first 5 episodes of Cowboy Bebop, Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, and Yu Yu Hakusho. I would see like the first 5 episodes of those series on repeat. Yeah, I remember getting caught off guard by, this is a little tangent. I remember getting caught off guard by the early episodes of Yu Yu Hakusho, because I had an idea what I thought the show was about, but I didn't realize how emotionally heavy those first few episodes were. So that kind of caught me off guard.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I still have. Oh, I forgot to add it back into my watch list. My favorite site that I go to got shut down, so I have a new site now.
Or,
as quickly as they come, as quickly as they go.
I mean, you have the money, you could just get a box set. Not even the Blu-ray, just get a DVD. It's not like it's some obscure anime that's out of print. Just saying. Not unless you don't have a DVD player anymore of any kind.
I don't.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I have my PS4, so I still have technically a DVD and Blu-ray player on me.
Johnny, how dare you? You know what? That wasn't aimed at you. This is aimed at you.
Oh wait, it's him.
You took it for him. You just dived in.
It's the one thing I'll do for Giant. I'll take the hit for him. I'll take the hit. He owes me art commission after. But back on topic. I was sure one particular aside from the played it on my iPhone in bank class. The other memory I have of Marvel vs. Capcom was actually, so this was back when in one of my family vacations when we were in Puerto Rico visiting my dad's side of the family. And one particular evening, we're just going about town, and we come across, I think it was we walked by a bar or just some area where people hang out. I think it's a bar. And I saw get this, it's not Marvel vs. Capcom 2. It's not Marvel vs. Capcom 1. It was a Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter arcade machine, which many consider to be one of the lesser versions, the lesser iterations of that series. Like, you could have your fun with it, but compared to the other games, is not as well made because a lot of it is just reusing assets. Anyways, I saw that game and I really wanted to play it. I was able to get some money from my dad, and I put it in. And as I was trying to say a character, this is an old arcade machine, and I learned that the hard way when I realized that I couldn't use 2 of the 6 buttons to fight.
Ooh.
I mean, I still try with that handicap. I still try to play, and I couldn't do. And at this point, I was kind of familiar with fighting games, at least Street Fighter 2 and 4. So I was like, okay, just I can do an Hadouken, and I was having a hard time just doing a Hadouken on this old arcade machine. And I remember also being the screen not being that bright, kind of dim, because this arcade machine has been abused over the years. You can hardly see it. The buttons don't work. Yet somehow the coin slots can still take your money. You can still technically play it. But that's one of my memories of that series. And of course, I played it many times. The other games that I can't give a clear story on, but I have played them when I was much younger. I think maybe one time that might have been a Chuck E. Cheese, but I don't think so. Oh man, remember Jack? So without going into detail, do you remember the Chuck E. Cheese that used to be by SHHS?
Wait, repeat that again?
Do you remember the Chuck E. Cheese that used to be by SHHS? Yeah, I put it in the sources.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. You pick it up when I'm dropping. So, you ever been to that one? When it used to exist?
I vaguely remember that I did.
But
yeah, that's about it.
I remember it fondly because up until I had a GameCube, that Chuck E. Cheese had my favorite game in the entire world. And that game that I would play every time I got the opportunity to go there was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game. The original arcade game. And without fail, anytime I would go to Chuck E. Cheese, that's the first game I play. And I loved every second of it. Until one day, it was a dark day. It was a dark and stormy night, and on this bright Saturday afternoon. And one day I go into that Chuck E. Cheese, ready to play my favorite game in the entire world, and just like dust in the wind, it was gone. No ceremony, no warning. No, this game is about to go away, so play it now. Nope. It was here one day, and then it was gone. There was no more. There were no more turtles. And
they stomped out the turtles. I bet you it was Shredder.
yes, the Foot Clan themselves went into the Chuck E. Cheese and stole that arcade machine. So in order to stop the turtle propaganda, god dang it. And because of that, Chuck E. Cheese was never the same for me. Granted, I was getting older, but still, it was never the same. And the back of my head, I was like, well, at least I still got that Fireman game. And that game.
I never understood that Fireman game.
And I got that weird adventure game where you're legally distinct Indiana Jones. And your weapon is like this weird Egyptian scepter, if you remember that.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah. Or is like, at least I got that. Oh, and the Star Wars. The second one was the Star Wars Trilogy Arcade, which I always had a blast playing, but I could never, Jack. I could never in my life defeat Darth Vader in that game, only because the lightsaber movements were so unintuitive. Jack, you had to go left to go right.
Huh?
Let's do a thought exercise, everyone. And also, hello, me or Emmy. I see you. Welcome to the show. I want you to exercise, everyone. Everyone, put your hands out in front of you and imagine you're holding a lightsaber. All right? Hold on, any color, whatever lightsaber you want. Now, naturally, because it's a blade, you would hold it, you will hold it 2 hands and have it right in front of you. Now, the way this arcade game emulates lightsaber movement is that you're not really controlling the movement of the blade itself, but you're controlling the arms holding the hilt. Which means that if you want to, let me correct myself. You're not controlling the arms of your character. You're controlling the blade, which means that if you want your blade to go to the left, again, you hold your lightsaber in your hand, and you could just move both your arms to the left, but if you actually want to do like a block to the left, you have to move your arms to your right so that the blade is on your left, and vice versa. All right. So, in order to parry or block any of Darth Vader's attacks, if he's coming from the right, you move your arm left so your blade hits right. If he's hitting you from the left, you move your arm right to hit the blade left. And luckily, up still goes up and down still goes down. This is based on my memories. I could be wrong on the details, but this is how I remember it. And no matter what, and what you're supposed to do to attack is that you block the attacks. And then there's a quick window of opportunity where you're supposed to follow the direction of some green arrows on the screen to allow you to attack your opponent. For some reason, because it's a game with using a joystick, it could not do corners. And in the Darth Vader fight, you're doing a lot of corners, which I could never do because, again, your blade has to move the opposite of your arms. Johnny says, no mean, that sounds like a skill. I was not 8 years old, Johnny. I was 8 years old.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Oh, shut up. Oh, shut up. If you play the game, you would understand how intuitive the lightsaber combat is. The actual shooting wasn't that bad. It was just the lightsaber combat. Oh, man. With that said, let's go and take a look at Jack's video that he has graciously shared with us for tonight. Click it here. Let's watch some funny anime. Oh, it's recent thing.
Yep.
Wait, did Bungie have some layouts like recently?
Practically.
I see. All right. Taking screens now so people can watch. Are you ready, Jack?
I'm ready.
All right, playing in 3, 2, 1. Oh, before I forget, this video comes from Tom Christie on YouTube. All right, playing in 3, 2, 1, play.
Hey man! Another layoff has hit the towers! The bar has reached levels of low that aren't scientifically possible! Hey man! Get the fuck out here! We're doing a sequel!
What is it now?
Oh, there you are, He-Man.
I've been here the whole time. The alarm?
Oh yeah, sorry, let me just,
So, what's going on?
This! Bungie laid off workers!
Wait, didn't this happen like 6 months ago?
No, it happened again!
I haven't even reset the counter, and you're telling me that we now have to specify which layoffs you're talking about.
Yep, and this time, it's worse! 220 Bungie developers were laid off! More than double than last time! One of them a week before her maternity leave!
Double kill.
But wait, I thought the final shape was a success. Surely that would prevent further layoffs.
The final shape sold worse than Lightfall.
Oh.
And somehow, it gets worse!
How does it get worse?
Well, buckle up, buckaroo! Here's how! Pete Barson, CEO of Bungie, was found out to have spent $2.3 million buying vintage fucking cars out of the Sony acquisition, the same Sony acquisition that was done to prevent layoffs from his factory. And look how well that ended up, but don't worry, because Bungie is working on multiple different incubation projects that are siphoning money from the only thing in the company that's actually making any fucking money. Whoops, until the owners got canned, so long-time senior executives just left the company, but don't worry, Disney will still get updates, just no longer major expansions, but smaller content packs. If you don't like how episodes turned out, then oh god! They remember Marathon even an eye, and guess what? Sentiment around it's not great. Release date, who fucking knows? Hey, remember Pete's vintage car finish? He's got a whole collection. You should come over and check it out. By the way, you're fired. The same people who got them in this mess are still in charge. The future of Deadly 2, as we know, is absolutely fucked.
Well, that's not great. So the situation is worse than we imagined.
And more fucked than we hoped.
Damn, if only there was some way we could contact Bungie directly and ask them exactly what's going on.
Pause real
It
quick.
is Skype.
Pause real quick.
All right.
It's a Skype call. So wow, so as Skeletor was ranting, I am now actually remembering all of this news. Good lord, what a waste of those billions of dollars.
Yep.
Oh man. All right, let's continue. And playing in 3.
I know. Imagine that some of that money went to Concord.
Oh, good lord. Ay. I'm at 222.
I'm ready.
Playing in 3, 2, 1, play.
I don't think this is gonna work.
You'll be fine.
You still use Skype.
Yes, so what?
Hello?
Yes, hello. Is this Bungie?
Yes, you've reached Bungie.
Where dreams come to die.
Yes, hello, hi. I'm calling today because I want to speak to the dickhead in charge.
Pete? Sure, but can I ask what the call is regarding?
I think he knows.
Can you be a bit more specific, sir?
Fine. I want to know why he thinks it's okay to spend $2.3 million buying vintage fucking cars when his company is crumbling around him.
Sir, I assure you Pete is very upset about this unfortunate situation.
Did you not read the recent tweet?
No, I didn't read the twab. Maybe because you didn't fucking make one.
Oh shit, yeah, we fired the guy. Right. What I meant to say, sir, was the new path for Bungie.
What? You mean that jizz rag of a manifesto about how he's a
Continuous source of inspiration, yes.
And look, it took a lot of strength for Pete to make that. He had to, open ChatGPT and...
Well, at least tell me, now that since the company is literally burning to the ground, will leadership take any pay cuts so that they can try and prevent further layoffs?
Sorry, Bungie is not that type of company?
Well, then I want to speak to your manager.
Okay, just give me a second to transfer your call, and they've just been laid off.
What? So who's steering the ship?
I have no idea.
What?
Sir, looks like I've just been called into an HR meeting. Just give me a second. I'll just put you on hold.
No,
Uh-oh.
hang on a second, all right? Damn it!
So, how's it going?
What do you fucking think?
Hello, sir. Are you still there?
Yes, hello? Who is this?
This is
I knew it was Beastman.
Where dreams come to die.
Beastman? What the fuck are you doing at Bungie? Where's the other guy?
Oh, he was just laid off.
Now for the can you please put Pete on the phone?
I am sorry, but the person you were just speaking to has just been laid off. If you'd like to hear about Pete's totally bitching car collection, press one.
It's a layoff orgy over there. Heavy sigh. If only there was a game that was just like Destiny 2 that we could play instead.
What if I told you there is?
Impossible. You're telling me there's a looter shooter with mindless grinding, a terrible new user experience, mediocre gameplay, and a story that's impossible to follow without finding some lore guy on the internet to tell you what's going on? Mm-hmm. You're bullshitting me. Surely nothing so similarly average could possibly exist. Could it? Wow, it's so bland and mediocre. So tell me, when does the game get good?
See, that's the great part. It doesn't.
Wow, it really is just Destiny 2. It's perfect.
That is basically. Anytime my brother was like, "Oh my god, this game is good," I'm just like,
You know, when I look through those cheekly polygons, it reminds me that there are good games out there.
Yep.
Oh, that was worth it, and also not bad. The Skeletor impressions is not that bad. Actually, it's not that bad. Although that appearance of Beastman killed me.
It was great. I saw that on TikTok and I was like, this. I sent it to my brother. All he did was give me a thumbs up.
Yes, Miss Severin, butts. There was butts on the screen. Don't get too excited now. There were fake butts, fake Brazilian butts. Johnny knows all about them.
I played that game on stream once. Actually, do you want to know what one of? Okay, so there's always of course a big bad guy.
Right.
There's a big bad guy, but then there's the big bad guys like General or Admiral, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This one was called, I think it was Admiral or General Greg. Greg was his name. Greg. That was his name.
Evil! The evil Greg from accounting.
It was just like the way he hypes himself up, and then he's like saying, "These fools will know the pain that I, General Greg, will be." It's just like, oh, could you at least have given him a better name than Greg?
Maybe you can make Gregory work. Maybe.
They look, or I don't know. I think they're supposed to look like orcs. Just an orc named Greg.
You know, that sounds like a title for a light novel. An orc named Greg. No. A YA novel. An orc named Greg. Miss Saren, get on right on top of that. An orc named Greg. Copyright it. Do something with it. You could sell as one of those submersive stories about orcs. I'm like, we're not all bad.
You can even take his weapon, I think, and it's called, I'm looking it up right now, Greg's Reversed Fate.
Look at that way Miss Sarah spelled Greg.
Craig. We gotta avoid them copyright laws. That's how we do it.
That's how we do it. And also we're not in public. We are in pseudo public. You know what that means, right? Pseudo public.
No.
Means we're not really in public, but technically are in public.
Oh. You have a horse.
Ask Miss Saren. She is the sole creator of an orc named Greg.
An orc named Gig. He lost the R in the war.
Oh, Joyce Academy God Secretariat. and can Greg have a robot skeleton sidekick?
It'll be perfect.
And he has a shack down in New Orleans. Oh,
No more bread. It's just Greg. With thumbs up. Everyone do Greg.
Do the Greg dance. Do the Greg dance. Oh, that was. I needed that fun. I needed that fun entertainment. But sadly, we have to close things up a bit early today, just due to time, and so we are reaching the announcements portions of the episode. So, Jack. Well, actually, no. Before we go to our individual announcements, I want to go through first some a channel announcement, and that Jack and I have decided to take the rest of September and the first week of October off from doing the main show. Of course, Jack will still have his personal stream plans over on Twitch and whichever he chooses to stream here on YouTube, and as well, this does not, whatever current projects I am working on, it does not impact that. Those are still gonna be something that I will work on, which I'll give more update when it's time for my time. But yeah, as far as the full channel, Jack and I are taking another break, and we plan to come back on October the 8th, and which we're happily announce that when we do come back, we're coming out with a bang in the spirit of Halloween, as we will be returning to finish Resident Evil 6 with the last campaign of that game, with Jake's campaign. So be excited with our return of the HAC Show. We're gonna going up with the bang and for the spooky month. But for now,
3 years in the making.
3 years in the making, yes. But we must rest in our coffins before spooky time. Jack, go ahead and share your individual announcements.
So, considering how tomorrow's weather could be hit or miss, I'll be postponing my stream tomorrow. Most likely, it's not gonna happen. Depends on how much heavy rain we get and if it involves lightning. Because with lightning, it just makes my connection that much worse. So, of course, I'll keep y'all updated on my socials. As always, it's up there in the top, or actually now it's in the bottom. Sorry, at just Jack VT on Twitter or X. Sorry. So you'll be able to see it there. After that, I think it should be streaming as usual Thursday, Fridays.
All right. And as for me, I'm happy to report that the editing process for the Saint Seiya video has officially begun. We are now on the final third aspect of the video project, and I will dedicate my free time to get that video done so that it can be out there and I can finally move on from this project. So it's becoming a reality closer and closer. And with that good news, unfortunately have also some disappointing news to share. And that for the foreseeable future, due to the man hours and the outcome of the comic roundup video, which if you guys did see it over the weekend, I very much appreciate it. It took a lot of effort to edit that all together into one cohesive video, and as much it was fun to record that, and I did took great care to edit that for your viewing pleasure. Unfortunately, by the end it did not turn out as well as I had hoped for. So for the time being, until I can find a new way to retool this concept of showing off more obscure comics for the channel, I'm going to have to cancel any future plans for the comic roundup until further notice. So I'm glad we got at least the one video out, and I do appreciate all the guests that were a part of it. Hey, sometimes you make something and you put a lot of work into it, and it comes with results, less than stellar results. That's not a reflective video. It's just with the game of in this game we call YouTube. You know, sometimes there is no predetermined way to know something is a success. It's all risk, baby. Unless you want to complain on the internet, then you'll at least get some success, a little at least. But that's all I have to announce. My full focus will now be on Saint Seiya. I'm not going to put on any more projects. Saint Seiya will be what I will be focusing on and getting that done for y'all. And until October 8th, in which we will come back, we will see you next time on the HAC Show. And before I forget, I will still be re-uploading older episodes. So, so when those don't come out, watch those. Put on the background as you go about your day and see whatever weird things we said in the past that we don't remember. Mostly from me. And with that, this is HAC and JAC. Sign off.